Hey Mathies, it is Michelle here, and we have a doozy of a 7th grade SBAC question. We're going to read through the question twice, and then we're going to look at the options, okay? Here we go. Emily and her friends go to Starbucks and buy drinks for $4 each. Isn't that the truth? $4 for a drink? That's like almost cheap at Starbucks. But anyway, which equation represents the total cost when they buy D drinks and why? So let's look at it again. Emily and her friends go to Starbucks. Does it really matter where they're going? They can go to Dunkin' Donuts and the same thing happens. We know that they're buying drinks for $4 each. So one drink is $4. Now, we know that technically speaking, that means that every single person would have to get the same drink, but let's use our imagination so we can handle it. It wants us to write an equation. So equations, remember, always have equal signs. So write an equation that represents the total cost when they buy D drinks and why. So it has, because it wants to know the total cost, right away we know it's going to have to be C equals because it wants the total cost. Now, if it wanted to know what the price of one drink would be, then we would do D equals. But it doesn't care about that. It wants to know the total cost and not the price. If it wanted to know how many drinks are bought, then it would be D equals if they gave us the total cost. But here we don't know the total cost, so we know it's got to be C equals something. So let's look. The equation is D equals 4C. Well, let's see if that makes sense. That's saying for D equals 4C, that's saying, first of all, we know it's not going to be the answer, but let's figure out why. It's saying to get the number of drinks, they would have to do 4 times the total cost. Well, let's do some just reasoning in our head, okay? Let's say that they got 10 drinks, so we know the total cost would have to be $40, okay? If you want to do 5 drinks and have it be $20, that's fine too, but I like to make it with 10s because 10Cs are easier to multiply. So let's see if it makes sense. Does 10 equal 4 times 40? Well, 4 times 40 is 160, so clearly if I substitute in my 10 and 40 that I just made up in my head to test these, it wouldn't be right because 10 doesn't equal 160. So we know it's not going to be this one. I'm not going to keep crossing out because it'll be a lot of red, but you get the picture. Let's check this next one. This one says C equals 4D. So this is saying $40 equals 4 times 10. Well, 4 times 10 is 40. 40 equals 40, so it checks. So we do know that C equals 4D is the correct one, but let's just go through the rest to make sure we're correct. Okay, boom, it's called checking. Yay, we love checking. I'm going to pick a different color because it's just getting a really red. Here we go, let's do some blue. All right, now we've got D equals 4C plus 1. So that means one drink, which we're using 10 as our drink number, equals 4 times the total cost plus $1. Now we already know that makes no sense, but let's do the math to prove it. 10 equals 161. Take that out. The equation is C equals 4D plus 1. Again, let's plug in our numbers. That means 40 would have to equal 41, which of course it doesn't. So there's our proof. C equals 4D. A lot of writing. Now, I didn't have to really do a whole lot of math and knowing how to set up an equation to do this. I used my brain. I picked a number for how many drinks they went and bought. 10 drinks, 5 drinks, I did 10 because I like 10. Then I figured, okay, if one drink's $4, I know that 10 drinks is going to cost me 40 bucks. So I made my little chart over here to remind me to plug it in. I just plugged in each equation and figured out which one gave me 40 equals 40. And we got it. All right, you guys can do this. Keep working, keep doing math. Ciao, guys.